Hi, today we are going to talk about language learning strategies. In this case, we selected Australia because in this country apply very learning strategies because in this country practice a lot English and other language, and this is important for Australia because it's a multicultural country. The question or thesis for this final project is: do you need to continue striving to learn English? All time in all places tell you us that you need to improve in English, that you need to talk English, that you need learn English, but why? Why the people say us that you need to improve English? And every people say to you that you won't be someone if you don't learn English. And I don't know, I need to know the truth and I investigate about that. Okay, according with Splash Coffee, you need to learn English for 4 specific reasons. The first reason is because it's the universal language. But why English or why not other language, for example, Germany or Mandarin or French? We talk about later about this reason. The second reason is that you will meet friends around the world. And this is exactly that you need to talk with other people, and you need to meet in barbecue or go to the cinema or many activities, and you need to talk or you need to say your opinion in very cases. And if you don't talk English, you can't explain your opinion or give your point of view. Third reason is because now you won't have to limit to travel around the world. Why? Why, if you talk English, you not need no more language, or why is this reason? It is because in many airports and many hotels or countries you need to talk English for communicate with other people. If you don't learn English or if you don't talk English, you will have many problems for communicate your opinion or solve problems in airports or something like that. The last reason is because you need English for your job opportunities and your personal growth. Okay, now we need to know the history. We need to know the history about English language and why is the main reason that English become in universal language. The tendency in language is that changing, but the science predict that English don't replace for 150 years, and this is English is our universal language, and this situation don't change for the next 150 years, and this is reality and we need to front this. The scientists predict that let's go back to the 19th century, and around the world we spoke 3 languages such as Mandarin, English and Spanish. Okay, we are going to talk about why is English the most important language around the world. First, we need to talk about history, and this began in this year. In 1880, the most important language was German, but this changed because they have many problems because the First World begin or start in this moment. The German was the most important language. It is because the scientists published their articles, and for this reason the German was the most important language in this year. But they and then arrived the Nazis, and mainly three things changed. First, the first reason is Jewish scientists emigrate to other countries. The second reason is the elite scientists were to United Kingdom or United States of America for continue their activities. The third reason is visa restriction because the Nazis don't allow that the students go to study in Germany. Okay, and so for these reasons above, the people concentrate in United States or United Kingdom and leave Vienna, Colonia or Frankfurt, Munich. And the new countries for study are United States or United Kingdom, and leave the universities of Germany, and the situation allows that the people don't interest in German. The English language become in the most important language around the world. Okay, I told you many reasons for why English is so important in our life, and we need to answer the question or thesis that remain is, do you need to continue striving to speak English or to learn English? And the answer is yes. Of course yes, because you need to develop this language for communicate our people or other people, and in many times you need to talk, and for example airports, for example friends, for example in your job you need to improve really you need to improve in this language. However, don't worry, Australia have a greatly solution about this problem or this language, and we will continue to learn the language learn strategies in Australia, and why many people travel to Australia to learn English, and why Australia improve in the knowledge in the child. In Australia, 40% household speak English and other language. Okay, the second reason is about the government. The government invest many dollars in education. The specific education or the specific grade is for childhood, because they think that in childhood begin their learning disease. For example, in the last year, Australia's government invest $11 million in education. Okay, now let's go to look or know how Australia's education function, or how is the learning in Australia for children. The most important thing is that in Australia the people think or believe that the better age for learn someone language is in childhood. It is because the brain is developing and the brain receives all things, all topics, and is better for process in this time. Australia's education is characterized by starting early for learning very things, but in this case we talk about English, and the most important thing for Australians people is learn in childhood, and the children learn with or keep playing, and this is very important because if the children improve, they start to discuss or solve their problems, and in this situation is the most important thing that the children improve their skills, and the children in Australia learn while they playing. In this way they are motivated and they would like play all time, and in this situation they develop many skills, and for example solve their problems, discuss about your opinion, and this is so important for Australian people, and it's not difficult for kids learn while they play. Exist two methods. First method is while the children take notes and the teacher direct your instructions, and this is. But the second method is like playing, and the Australian people or the Australian parents think that the first method generate stressful negative forms or something like that, while the second method allows the children experiment, discover, solve the problems, are very happy while they learning, and this is important for Australian parents. Some like skills that the children learn for their life is imagination, creative curiosity, and they experiment new situations while they play, and this is the better method for starting learning whatever language. Okay, the final conclusion is that learn English is so important around the world. We explain these reasons, and the Australian people learn while they play, and this is so important. While the children play, they discover your ideas, your opinions, and solve their problems. Australia is a country that improve the language. English is so important because many people study in Australia English, and the government of Australia offer different visas. For example, a visa for students, and the students can work, and this is the most important thing in Australia for the students, because while they study they after work and keep your money and keep every activities, and when they work they practice a lot English, and this situation improve their skills. And the Australians native people, the strategies are so fun because many people go out to restaurants or barbecue or the beach, and in these activities they improve her language